Chapter 14. A shelter for everyone. Our house gives us shelter. Look at the picture alongside. They are street dwellers. They live a hard life because they do not have a house to live in. We all need a house to live in. We live with our families in our homes. The word home essentially means a family living together in a house. Our house protects us from bad weather, thieves and animals. It is a place where we can be comfortable and keep all our belongings safe. Types of houses. There are different types of houses. Some of these are big while some are small. Some houses are made of bricks, some of mud, some of cement, some of snow, and so on. Some houses have sloping roofs, some have flat roofs. Some are single-storied while others multi-storied. Let us pay a visit to different types of houses. Visit a village and you will find temporary houses made of mud and thatch. These are simple huts. They are also called kacha houses. In extremely cold countries like Greenland, people live in temporary houses made of snow. These people are called Eskimos, and the house of snow they live in are called igloos. An igloo is usually in the shape of a dome. The inner walls are lined with animal skin to keep the house warm, and the floor is covered with thick animal fur. It has a very small entrance so that the heat does not escape. On the Dal Lake and Vular Lake in Srinagar or in the backwaters of Kerala, you come across houseboats. Houseboats are little houses attached to a boat base so they can float on water. Houseboats are a great tourist attraction. Living in such houses is a great experience. A caravan is a house on wheels. People living in desert places who keep wandering from one place to another usually live in such houses. Most caravans are animal-drawn. Modern caravans have wheels. Stilt houses are made in flood-prone areas or near shores of seas and lakes. Stilt houses are made on platforms supported by bamboo pillars so that the houses remain high above the ground and water may not enter. Wooden houses are found in cold places as these houses are warm in winters. Wooden houses are built in earthquake-prone areas. Wooden planks, being lighter, are able to sway with the surface waves, and even if they fall off, they cause less injury to life. It is also easy and cheap to rebuild these houses. Pakka houses are permanent buildings. These buildings are found in cities in various designs. There are apartment blocks, bungalows, etc. A multi-storied apartment building has a number of similar houses built over several floors. These are also called flats. A bungalow is a large single-storied house with a garden. It generally has slanting roofs. Steps in making a building. Designing a building. The first step in making a building is to plan it or prepare its design. An architect designs a plan of the building. Here is a sample of a plan. Laying the foundation. The next step involves digging up the area and laying the foundation for the building. Bricks are laid with cement. The people involved in the work are bricklayers, masons, and laborers. Then columns made of steel frames are raised. This makes the foundation strong. Concrete is poured. Concrete is a mixture of cement, water, sand, and gravel. The mixture eventually hardens into a stone-like material. A large commercial concrete mixer truck is used for mixing and transporting concrete. Making of roof. The roof is made by pouring concrete over large flat steel frames. The roofing materials that we mostly see these days are asphalt shingles and metal sheets. Clay shingles are used in villages. Floors. Floors are made by pouring concrete and then leveling it. But before that, utility pipes are installed. The water pipes, drains and taps are laid by a plumber. Once the floor and foundation have set, the doors, windows and the ventilators are made. Other woodwork like cupboards and wardrobes are made by the carpenters. Electricians lay the wiring and electric fittings, switches, etc. Finally, the painter paints the house. Building blocks. Today, bricks form the vital building material of all buildings. Bricks have some advantages. Buildings made of bricks generally last long. Brick retains heat, withstands corrosion, and resists fire. Earlier, wood and stone were commonly used as building materials. How are bricks made? Soft clay is thrown into a mold and baked in an oven or kiln until it is hard to form bricks. Today, most bricks are made by machines. Before the brick is baked, they are dried to remove the excess moisture. Else, the water will burn off too quickly, causing cracks in the kilns. Tools used in making a building. Masons lay the bricks to build the wall. They are often secured with mortar, a bonding agent. Mortar comprises cement, sand, and water. A mason uses various tools for this. He uses a trowel to scoop up mortar from a mortar board and then spread it onto the brick surface. It is a hand-held small device with a pointed, scoop-shaped metal. A plumbed line is a cord from which a metal weight, plumbed, is suspended pointed downwards. It is used to determine the vertical form of the wall. A square is a tool that keeps the corners of a wall at a perfect 90-degree angle. Levels are necessary to create a straight wall. A good house. A good house has some essential features. It is bright and airy with enough windows in the house to let in fresh air and sunlight. There are covered drains in and around the house so that insects may not breed. Netted doors and windows so that mosquitoes and flies cannot come in. House should be kept neat and clean by dusting it regularly and mopping the floors with floor cleaners. Dustbins should be kept covered to keep flies and insects away. Neighborhood. The area where we live is called our locality or neighborhood. People live together in villages, hamlets, colonies, etc. to form neighborhoods. They live close to each other and share resources and space available to them. Due to their proximity, they can help each other in times of need. There are many important structures or buildings in the neighborhood like bank, police station, post office, fire station, hospital and school. These provide us with various facilities. Sanitation, electricity and water supply are the basic facilities provided in our neighborhood. Word bank. Igloo. A temporary house made of snow by the Eskimos who live in very cold countries like Greenland. Houseboats. Little houses attached to a boat base so they can float in water. Caravan. A home on wheels where people who wander around from one place to another usually live. Stilt houses. Houses made on platforms and supported by bamboo pillars so that the houses remain high above the ground. Plumb line, a cord from which a metal weight, plumb, is suspended pointing directly to the earth to determine the vertical form of the wall. Square, a tool that keeps the corners of a wall at a perfect 90-degree angle. Plan, a design made by an architect before making a house. Mason, a person skilled in cutting, dressing and laying stone in buildings. Plumber, a person who lays pipes in a house. Carpenter, a person who does the woodwork. Hamlets, a very small village. In a nutshell, a house protects us from heat, wind, rain, snow, animals and people who may want to harm us. There are different types of houses: mud house, brick house, igloo, caravan, houseboat. The first step in making a building is to prepare its design. Then the foundation is laid, columns are raised, roof is made, and then the floors are made. A house should be airy and well lit. We should keep our house neat and clean.